Hi my dear students, I am Kedarnath. Welcome to my channel Make Mathematics Simple. So today I am continuing that probability part 2. Okay. So in part 1 I discussed some questions. Now I am discussing some more questions. Okay. So from the topic probability. So look at these two questions. So these two questions are also very simple questions, just one line answer. See, first question, a box contains, first question, a box contains 6 red marbles, numbers from 1 to 6, and 4 white marbles, 12 through 15. Find the probability that a marble is drawn at random, it is white and odd numbered is. So just by reading the question you can write the answer also. See here, so box contains how many red marbles? 6. How many white marbles? 4. So 6 plus 4 how much? Total 10. So total box contains how many marbles? 10 marbles. 10 marbles. Out of these 10 marbles, 6 red, numbered from 1 to 6. Next, 4 white marbles, numbered from 12 through 15. That is 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that is 12 to 15. Now we have to draw a marble from this box. We have to draw how many marbles? Only one marble from this box. It should be white and odd numbered. How many white marbles are there? 4. So in that, how many odd numbered marbles are there? Only 2, which is 13 and 15. Because white color marbles, what are the numbers? 12, 13, 14, 15. In 12, 13, 14, 15, what are the odd numbers? 13 and 15. That means how many favorable cases? Only 2 favorable cases. I have to draw either 13 white marble or 15 white marble. Then only the event white and odd numbered ball, that event will happens. Okay, white and odd numbered marble, not ball. Okay, marble. So this event happens only when if I draw 13 white or 15 white. So how many favorable cases? 2. Out of how many cases? Total cases? 10. Because box contains total 10 marbles, we have to draw only one marble, which can be done in how many ways? 10 ways. So that is the total number of cases. So thus the required probability is what? 2 upon 10. So 2 upon 10 is equal to what? 1 upon 5. Over. So just one line answer. Okay. Next. So this is also very simple problem. Okay. So 4% can hit the target correctly with the probabilities 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 8 respectively. If all hit the target independently, then the probability that target would be hit is. So how many persons are there? 4 persons. What are their chance of hitting the target? First person 1 by 2, second person 1 by 3, third person 1 by 4, fourth person is 1 by 8. So let them be A, B, C, D. A is the first person, B is the second person, C is the third person, D is the fourth person. Then probability of A is 1 by 2. Okay, probability of B is 1 by 3. Probability of C is 1 by 4. Probability of D is 1 by 8. And moreover, according to the question, so their target, see, they are hitting the target independently. That means the events A, B, C and D, these 4 events are independent events. And finally, what is the question? Probability that target would be hit the, the probability that target would be hit is. That means if among those persons, if at least one person hit the target, then this event will happen. So that means we have to find probability of at least one of those person can hit the target. That means either A or B or C or D. So that means we have to find probability of A union, B union, C union, D. So this value we have to find. So here this probability of A union, B union, C union, D formula is also there. Instead of using this formula, you go through indirect method. Okay. So probability of A union, B union, C union, D, finding direct method is some little difficult. It is not difficult but little lengthy. Okay, little tedious. So that's why better you go indirect method. That is, required probability is equal to 1 minus probability of complement of this event. What is the complement of A union, B union, C union, D? It is A dash intersection B dash intersection C dash intersection D dash. Okay, probability of A is equal to 1 minus probability of A dash only, na? So just I am using that concept over here. So probability of A union, B union, C union, D is equal to 1 minus probability of complement of A union, B union, C union, D is equal to what? A dash intersection B dash intersection C dash intersection D dash. Just like A union B whole dash is what? A dash intersection B dash. In the same way, A union, B union, C union, D whole dash is equal to what? A dash intersection B dash intersection C dash intersection D dash. As A, B, C, D are independent events, A dash, B dash, C dash and D dash are also independent events. So thus, it is equal to 1 minus probability of this is equal to probability of A dash into probability of B dash into probability of C dash into probability of D dash. Okay, so just what I did using independent events definition. Okay, as probability of A is 1 by 2, probability of A dash is 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Okay, probability of B is 1 by 3, probability of B dash 1 minus 1 by 3, 2 by 3. Next, into probability of C is 1 by 4, probability of C dash is 1 minus 1 by 4, 3 by 4. In the same way, probability of D dash is 1 minus 1 by 8, which is equal to 7 by 8. So here observe now, this 2 get cancelled here, 3 get cancelled. What you are getting? 1 minus 7 by 8 into 4 how much? 32. 1 minus 7 by 32, which is equal to 25 by 32 over. Okay. So look at the next two questions, very simple questions. See, the probability distribution of random variable capital X is given by this. Okay, so here capital X takes the values what? 0, 1, 2, 3 and their respective probabilities are what? 0.2, K, K and 2K. Then we have to find what is K value. As X is a random variable and it is the probability distribution of that X, then what we have? Sum of the probabilities must be equal to what? 1. Sum of these probabilities must be equal to what? 1. So using that we will get K value over. See, simple problem only. Sum of the probabilities, that is 0.2 plus next to K plus K plus 2K is equal to 1. So on simplifying you will get K value is 0.2. Or after simplifying you will get K value 0.2. So that was the answer. Okay. Next, the probability distribution is given by this. Then we have to find a standard deviation. So if there are standard deviation also, what is the standard deviation? It is the square root of variance. So to get variance compulsory we have to find what? Mean. Okay. So first you find mean. So what is the mean? Mu is equal to sigma xi into pi. Correct? Xi into probability. There. So x value into corresponding its probability. Okay. So 0 into 25 by 36. What will you get? 0 plus 1 into 5 by 18. 5 by 18 plus 2 into 1 by 36. 2 by 36. So that is equal to, after simplifying I am writing directly, this is 1 upon 3 because 2 by 36 is nothing but 1 by 18. 5 by 18 plus 1 by 18, 6 by 18. 6 by 18 is nothing but 1 by 3. Next we have to find variance. Okay. So what is variance? Sigma square formula. Sigma xi square into pi minus mean square. So this is the formula only, no? Huh? So sigma xi square into pi, that is 0 square into 25 by 36, 0 plus 1 square into 5 by 18, 5 by 18 plus 2 square into 1 by 36, 2 square is 4, 4 by 36. So this total sum is what? Sigma xi square into pi minus mu square. Mu square is nothing but 1 by 3 whole square, because what is mu value? 1 by 3. Mu is nothing but what? Mean. So 1 by 3 whole square is nothing but what? 1 by 9. Okay. So if you observe, 4 by 36 is also what? 1 by 9 only. So this is plus 1 by 9, this is minus 1 by 9, get cancelled. So that's what you got, 5 by 18. It is what? Variance. But we have to find what? Standard deviation. So standard deviation is nothing but positive square root of variance. Okay. Standard deviation SD is equal to what? Or sigma is equal to what? Square root of variance. Square root of variance is what? Square root of 5 by 18. But 18, square root of 18 can also be written as what? 3 root 2. Correct? So thus this can be written as 1 upon 3 into root of 5 by 2. Okay. So look at the next two problems. Okay. So a random variable capital X has the following probability distribution. Then what is k value? So here x takes which values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And down whatever they given, k minus 1, 3k, k and so on. They are what? Respective probabilities. And we have to find k value. So what is the concept? What is the concept? The concept is what? Sum of the probabilities is equal to 1. Sum of these probabilities is equal to what? 1. So by equating 1, we will get k value. See, I am adding directly here. If you observe in all these probabilities, maximum what we have? K power 2, next to k terms, next to constant terms. First you add k square terms. Here k square is there, here k square is there, here 3k square is there. On adding, what you will get? 5k square. Next here k plus 3k, 4k plus k, 5k plus 3k, 8k plus k, 9k. And constant term, here only constant term minus 1. This is the sum of the probabilities. But concept is what? The sum of the probabilities must be equal to what? 1. So now solving this quadratic equation. 5k square plus 9k minus 2 is equal to 0. So after factorizing, you will get the factors 5k minus 1 into k plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. On solving this equation, you will get k value is 1 by 5 or k value is minus 2. Among these two, which value we have to take and which value we have to reject? Or both are valid. So here, if you take k value minus 2, then what you will get? Probability of 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 3. Probability of 1, is it equal to minus 3? Probability of an event is equal to minus 3. So it is not possible. So k value minus 2 is rejected. So thus k value is how much? 1 by 5. It is the correct answer. Because if they in the option they will go like this: 1 by 5, minus 2, 1 by 5 or minus 2, none of this. So don't take 1 by 5 or minus 2. You have to take 1 by 5 only. Okay, because minus 2 is not valid. Okay, next question. And compulsory, if you observe, maximum for JW mains also and KCET also, compulsory question, at least 1 or 2 questions in KCET, and maximum chances in JW mains is which concept? So they're asking binomial distribution. So in probability, in the area binomial distribution, in that area compulsory 1 or 2 questions in KCET, maximum chances from this topic, from this area in JW mains. In JW mains also maximum they are asking the question is related to binomial distribution. So concentrate all the problems related to binomial distribution. So it is a PUC, it is a CBSE problem only. See here, a box contains 100 bulbs, out of which 10 are defective. A sample of 5 bulbs. So a sample of something is given, some number is given, that is nothing but n value. That is number of trials. Okay. So here n value is how much? 5. Is drawn. 5 bulbs is drawn. The probability that none is defective. So here in the problem what they are asking, they are asking the problem related to defective bulbs. So that means here we have to take, let capital X is the number of defective bulbs. Capital X is the number of defective bulbs. Then small p becomes probability of drawing defective bulb. So why they have with this first line? So through this first line we can identify what is the probability of drawing a defective bulb from that box. Okay. So a box contains 100 bulbs, out of which 10 are defective. Then small p is equal to what? Probability of drawing a defective bulb. So how many defective bulbs are there? 10 out of 100. Then what is its probability? 10 by 100. That is probability of drawing a defective bulb from this box is equal to what? 10 by 100, which is equal to 1 by 10. So automatically Q is equal to what? 1 minus P. So 1 minus 1 by 10. 1 minus 1 by 10 is how much? 9 by 10. Now the question is what? We have to find probability that none is defective. That means whatever you have drawn, the bulbs, all those 5 bulbs are what? Non-defective bulbs. Because none is defective means number of defective bulbs from that 5 bulbs is what? 0. So that means we have to find probability of X is equal to 0. Because here capital X denotes what? Number of defective bulbs. Okay. So probability of X is equal to 0. So what is the formula? Probability of X is equal to R formula. NCR P power R into Q power N minus R. Am I correct? This is the formula only. But here what is R value? 0. Okay. So substitute the values. NCR. What is N value? 5. C. R value 0. P power R. That is 1 by 10 whole power 0 into Q power N minus R, that is 9 by 10 whole power 5 minus 0. So 5C0 value 1, 1 by 10 whole power 0 value is also 1. Then what is left? 9 by 10 whole power 5 minus 0 is how much? 5. So thus the required probability is 9 by 10 whole power 5. Oh. So look at the next two problems. If capital X has a binomial distribution, with parameters, small n value is given 6 and small p we don't know, we have to find. Okay. And given that p of x is equal to 2 is 12, p of x is equal to 3 is 5, then what is small p? That is, we have to find probability of success in every trial, small p value. So for this kind of problems here, just better you consider the ratio of the given data, the ratio of p of 2 to p of 3. So p of x is equal to 2 by p of x is equal to 3. So p of x is equal to 2 value is how much? 12. And p of x is equal to 3 value is how much? 5. It is equal to, so p of x is equal to 2 formula you write. P of x is equal to 2 formula what? And n value is how much? 6. C R. R is 2. P power 2. Q power 6 minus 2. How much? 4. Divided by P of x is equal to 3. P of x is equal to 3 value? 6 C3. P power 3. Q power 3. Okay. So that is equal to, so I am writing 6 C2 value, I am writing directly 15. 6 C3 value 20. So p square by p cube is p here, and q power 4 by q cube is q here. And simplify this. Here if you simplify, what will get enough? 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20. 4p cross multiply, what you will get? 12 into 4p, 48p is equal to 5 into 3q. 5 into 3q is 15q. So further 48 into P is equal to 15 into what is Q? Q can be written as 1 minus P. Correct only, no? 1 minus P. So if you simplify that, I am writing directly that P value, P you will get 15 divided by 15 plus 48. How much? 63. 15 plus 48, 63 only, no? So if you cancel what you get, 3 5s, 3 2, 3 1s. So the answer is 5 upon 21. So P value is how much? 5 upon 21. If they ask Q value will be what? 1 minus P. So 1 minus 5 by 21 is 16 by 21. So P value 5 by 21, Q value 16 by 21. But here they are asking what? Only P value. So P value is how much? 5 by 21. Okay. So look at the next problem. So a box contains 100 pens, of which 10 are defective. So from this first line only we will come to know what is the probability of drawing a defective pen. 10 by 100, which is 1 by 10. It is just like earlier problem only. There in earlier problem what we have? Bulbs. Here what we have? Pens. Okay. So the probability of out of a sample of 5 pens, that means n value is how much? 5. Drawn one by one with the replacement. That means here we are drawing the pen one after other with replacement. That means clearly the trials are independent. So we can use which distribution? Binomial distribution with n value is how much? 5. Now the question is what? And at most one is defective. Probability out of sample of 5 pens drawn one by one with replacement, and at most one defective is. So the question is what based on defective. So that means let us consider capital X is equal to number of defective pens drawn. Okay. So then according to the question we have to find what? At most one defective. At most one defective means maximum one defective. So maximum one defective means what are the choices? Either 0 defective or 1 defective. So required probability is what? Probability of x less than or equal to 1, which is equal to probability of x is equal to 0 plus probability of x is equal to 1. Here what is n value? 5. Here what is n value? 5. In this problem n value is how much? 5. And P is equal to what? Probability of drawing a defective bulb. So this P is this above problem. Okay. Here the P is what? 10 by 100. 10 by 100 is equal to what you will get? 1 by 10. And Q value is how much? 9 by 10. Now you can able to solve. So P of 0 plus P of 1. Okay. So shall I write directly? P of 0 plus P of 1. So P of 0 value you will get 9 by 10 whole power 5 plus, and P of 1 value will get 1 by 2 into 9 by 10 whole power 4. Further if you want you can able to take 9 by 10 whole power 4 common. But the answer is given in the option like this only, you leave it here. Okay. So look at the next problem. So this problem asked in JEE mains as well as KCET and MCET also. So look at this problem. A man takes one step forward with probability 0.4. One step forward. Suppose here is one step forward with probability how much? 0.4. And one step backward with a probability how much? 0.6. Then the probability that at the end of 11 steps, he is one step away from the starting point. So total how many steps he completed? 11 steps. At the end of the 11 steps, so he has to one step away from the original point or initial point. So away from that initial point means he may be one step forward or one step backward of the initial point. That means the required probability is equal to probability that one step forward plus probability of one step backward. Okay, after completion of 11 steps. Okay, so required probability is equal to what? After completion of 11 steps. Okay, he is one step away from the starting point. So that required probability is equal to probability of one step forward from the initial point, or R means plus probability that one step backward from the starting point or initial point. Okay. Now he is moving either forward direction one step, or he is moving one step backward direction. That means how many outcomes are there in this experiment? Only two outcomes. One step forward, one step backward. And how many steps he moved? 11 steps. That is number of trials 11. And all these 11 are independent. So by looking that question, by looking these points, what we can conclude, this problem is related to what? Binomial distribution. Okay. So I am assuming that capital X is the number of steps forward. Number of steps forward direction. Okay, number of steps he is moving forward direction and taking, that is capital X. That means automatically small p becomes what? Probability that he moves one step forward direction. So according to the question, that is small p value is how much? 0.4. Automatically q becomes what? Backward direction, which is 0.6. And how many steps he moved? Total 11 steps. So n value is how much? 11. Now the required probability is equal to probability of x is equal to 5 plus probability of x is equal to 6. How we come to the required probability is probability of 5 plus probability of 6. Because totally he is moving how many steps? 11 steps. Suppose he moves 5 steps forward and 6 steps backward. Then automatically in this case 5 steps forward, 6 steps backward. That means after completion of 11 steps, he is one step backward from the initial point. Okay. Next, what is the probability of 6 denotes? 6 steps backward, 6 steps forward, 5 steps backward. 6 steps forward, 5 steps backward. So after completion of 11 steps, he is one step forward direction from the initial point. One step forward from the initial point. So that is what we have to find a required probability. So probability of 5 denotes what? Probability that he is one step backward from the initial point. Probability of 6 denotes what? One step forward. Okay. So probability of 5. So what is the probability of 5? 11C5 p power. So 0.4 whole power 5 into 0.6 whole power 11 minus 5 6. Probability of 6 11C6 0.4 whole power 6 and q power, that is 0.6 whole power 5. So 11C5 value is same as 11C6, correct? So that means you can take 11C5 common. And also 0.4 whole power 5, here 0.4 whole power 6. So 0.4 whole power 5 common. Next here 0.6 whole power 6, here 0.6 whole power 5. Again what we can take common? 0.6 whole power 5 is common. After taking this everything is common, then what is left in first? 0.6, and in second term what is left? 0.4. So 0.6 plus 0.4 is how much? 1. So thus it is equal to, I am writing here, it is equal to, answer will be 11C5. 0.4 whole power 5 into 0.6 whole power 5. So powers are same only, we can multiply. 0.4 into 0.6 is how much? 0.24 whole power 5 into 1. Nothing but 11C5 into 0.24 whole power 5. That was the answer. Oh. So look at the next problem. Let capital X has a binomial distribution with mean 8 and variance 4. And if P of x less than or equal to is k by 2 power 16, then k value. As capital X has a binomial distribution, in binomial distribution, what is the formula to find a mean? N into P. N is the number of trials, P is the probability of success in a single trial. So mean formula is what? N into P. According to the question, it is equal to what? 8. And variance. Variance formula. What is the variance formula? N into P into Q. What is Q denotes? Probability of failure in a single trial. Q is nothing but 1 minus P also, na? Okay, it is equal to 4 according to the question. Okay, and also we know that this P plus Q is equal to how much? 1. Solving these, first solve these equations, find N value, P value, Q value, and then you solve this equation to get K value. Okay, so let it be, this is equation 1, this is equation 2. If you do equation 2 by equation 1, that means NPQ by NP is equal to what? 4 by 8. So NPQ by NP, NP get cancelled. What do you get? Q is equal to 4 by 8, value is how much? 1 by 2. If you substitute Q value 1 by 2 in this relation, what do you get? P value also 1 by 2. If you substitute P value 1 by 2 in equation 1, then what you will get? N into P, that is N into 1 by 2 is equal to 8. So N value is how much? 8 2s are 16. After getting N, P, Q values, now you consider the given condition. P of x less than or equal to 2. P of x less than or equal to 2 is nothing but what? P of 0 plus P of 1 plus P of 2. It is equal to what? K divided by 2 power 16. P of 0 value. What do you get? P of 0. Shall I write directly? I am writing directly. P of 0. So if you apply that formula, you will get 1 by 2 power 16. And P of 1 value, you will get 16C1 into 1 by 2. Anyway, P value, Q value, both are 1 by 2 only, na? Then again you will get 16C1 into 1 by 2 whole power 16. P of 2 value, you will get 16C2 into 1 by 2 whole power 16 is equal to K by 2 power 16. So taking the 1 by 2 power 16 common and cancel on both sides 2 power 16, then what you will get left here? First term 1, second term 16C1. 16C1 value 16 and 16C2 value. If you calculate 16C2 value, you will get 120. So I am taking 1 by 2 power 16 common. It is equal to K by 2 power 16. So 2 power 16, 2 power 16 get cancelled. 1 plus 16 plus 120. How much? 137. So thus K is equal to how much? 137. So a little lengthy, but it is simple problem only. But because it is a 4 marks question, JEE problem. Okay. So look at the most important problem. This problem is asked once in 2013, around 2013, advanced level. JEE mains also, even KCT also this problem was asked. See, concentrate on this problem. Okay. So what is the question? Minimum number of times a fair coin must be tossed so that probability of getting at least one head is more than 99%. So here, what is a random experiment? Tossing a coin. And caplex denotes what? Getting number of heads. Caplex denotes what? Number of heads. Why? Because the here event is related to what? Head. Okay. So if you take caplex denotes the number of heads, then small p denotes what? Small p denotes probability of getting head in a single trial. So what is the probability of getting a head in a single trial? 1 by 2. So automatically probability of failure will be 1 by 2. Here n value we have to find. We have to find minimum value of n. Minimum number of times a fair coin must be tossed. A fair coin must be tossed. That means we have to find excuse me. We have to find what? Minimum value of n. And what is the condition? The probability of getting at least one head. Probability of getting at least one head. That means P of x greater than or equal to 1. Correct? Greater than 1 means more than one head. Equal to 1 means exactly 1. Greater than or equal to means what? Either 1 or more than 1. At least one head means what? Either 1 more than 1 only. So probability of getting at least one head symbolically is nothing but what? P of x greater than or equal to 1 is more than. Is more than means it is strictly greater than 99%. Is strictly greater than 99%. 99% is nothing but what? 99 by 100 only, na? Okay. Now P of x greater than or equal to 1 is same as 1 minus P of x less than 1. So it is greater than 99 by 100. Okay. So from this what we can write 1 minus P of x less than 1. P of x less than 1 is nothing but P of 0 here. Okay. P of x is less than 1 is nothing but P of 0. So what you will get P of 0? NC0 1 by 2 whole power 0 into 1 by 2 whole power n. Correct? NCR P power R Q power n minus r is greater than 99 by 100. Or this can be written as 1 minus 1 by 2 whole power n greater than 99 by 100. Or further this can be written as what? 1 minus 99 by 100 is greater than 1 by 2 whole power n. Correct? 1 minus 99 by 100 is nothing but 1 by 100 is greater than 1 by 2 whole power is nothing but 1 upon 2 power n. Anyway, 2 power n is positive, 100 is also positive. You can cross multiply. What will you get? 2 power n greater than 100. That means what I did, both sides I multiplied with 100. Next, both sides I multiplied with 2 power n. Because of these two quantities are positive, inequality remains same. Now you tell me, for what value of n, 2 power n is greater than 100. Suppose if you take n value 1, so not 1, better you take directly 4, 2 power 4, 16, 2 power 5, 32, 2 power 6, 64, 2 power 7, how much? 128. So that means if you take n value 7, 2 power 7, how much? 128. 128 is greater than 100 is correct. But if you take n value below 7, suppose if you take n value 6, 2 power 6 how much? 64. 64 greater than 100 is wrong. So n value 7 satisfies, 8 satisfies, 9 satisfies and so on. 7, 8, 9 and so on. So that means if you take n value any natural number either 7 or more than 7, then this inequality holds. So thus what is the minimum value of n? 7. Okay. So minimum value of n is 7. That means we have to, how many minimum number of times a fair coin must be tossed. For that question, what is the answer? 7. Minimum we have to toss that coin 7 times. Okay. So with this, I am going to close this session. Hope you understand this session. So if you like this video, please share this video to your friends and ask them subscribe my channel to get more number of videos. Thank you.